Hello, welcome back to Plumbing College. Today, Brian, electrician, is going to teach us how to wire up a junction box.
This is a 30 amp junction box. So a cable will come in here and a cable out there. First job we've got to do is to make sure the junction box is secure. That makes it easier for termination. Make sure you line the junction box up or how you're going to connect the cables in. It will make life easier. Use a bradawl to make a small hole. Right, be careful you don't do it up too tight, otherwise you're going to crack it. Again, use a small bradawl, make a hole, it's a wooden surface. If this would have been a brick surface, then you'd have to drill and put raw plugs. Most people will try and use a battery powered screwdriver, but it's dangerous because you could crack the electrical accessories. You will see, if you look at the end, the blue, the CPC and the brown. You normally, if you're using a knife, is to go down the side of the CPC and the blue.
What is CPC?
Circuit protective conductor. Yeah, the earth. So you want to get your knife between the blue and the earth wire and push very slowly. If you're too far back, you're going to slip and cut your hand. This is one method, and if the knife is correctly okay, it will slide down nicely. Inside here, you can see this white powder is French chalk. This is one method, and we can look at another method. The knife takes time to practice how to use a knife. And you need to know the angles, how far to, so you run the blade down between there and there. The other method, what a lot of people do, is cut into the cable and so, and pull it back. That's the other method. That's what most people do today. The danger with that is you could stretch this cable. So there's two methods, it doesn't matter which one you use. So now we're going to attempt to connect this into the junction box. The first thing you do is to remove all the screws. And you'll see why it's easier to do this. Just place them in the lid so you don't lose them. But this is more likely to be under the floor or up in a loft. So it's very easy to lose these screws. So just put them inside the lid. Now we're going to put the cables in the correct order. A lot of people make mistakes with these, and there is a correct order. This is how you can tell if it's been done by an electrical person or a non-electrical person. So we place our cable to where we want to go. We're just going to dress that round gently to where it's going to go. That's the correct order. The line conductor or the live conductor has to be the furthest away. We can cut these to fit. So we can cut them to fit because we know where they've got to go. Now you can use a pair of side cutters to strip this or a proper pair of strippers. So we're going to use a proper pair of strippers to do this job. The problem with this design of strippers, you have to adjust them for the size of the cable you're using. Once you've adjusted them, they'll be fine. It takes a bit of time to get them correct. So it's always best to practice on an odd bit of cable to get the setting correct. So we can undo the screw. Oh, this one's well worn, look at it. Oh well, we're going to use a pair of pliers just to undo that a bit. And you can see that they're closed right up. That's not going to be good for us. Once you think you've adjusted them correctly, practice on an odd bit of cable. If we have, it will come off nicely. And that tells me it's not quite right because it's binding on the copper. I can feel it. I can't pull it off. So it needs a little bit more. Because if you push this back in and it grips the copper, which it's doing, it's not correct, it's not adjusted correctly. If you look, you can see I can't move it. So it wants a little bit more of adjustment. So we're going to try again and see if it's correct. Still, if you can see, it's moving nicely now. So we know they're adjusted correctly. Now we're going to strip the cable to the correct dimensions. The amount of copper you need to take off is the distance across there. You can use your finger as a guide to see how far you want to go. And you'll see that will come off. We just check it's correct. The insulation must go right the way up to the brass bit. Now we do the same on the blue. Again, you can see that goes out. Now we need to place a small amount of yellow and green sleeving. It's important to use the right size. This is 2mm and it fits over nicely. So we lay the cable in to where it's got to go, making sure that the insulation comes right inside. So what we can do is put one screw in just to hold this temporary, so we know it's not going to fall out, because you could be under a floor or in a loft doing this. So we're just going to do that up temporary, just to hold it in position. And we're just going to straighten the cable up, and we'll put a few clips in. Making sure that the outer PVC is inside the case. The size of the clips, as you can see on the box, is 2.5, and this is 2.5 cable, and the colours match. So with that cable is secure, we know the conductors are at the correct length. Now we need to terminate the second conductor. If you notice, the neutral conductor is the shortest and the live conductor or line conductor is the longest. When we come out of this side, you'll find it's the opposite way around. So here's our cable coming in, and if you notice that the live conductor is going to be shorter. The reason for taking the screws out, as you can see, it makes it easier to line the conductors up. So now we just got to cut them to fit. This time I will show you how to use a pair of side cutters. This takes a bit more skill because you've got to know how far to judge how far to go in on the cable. So you just put a bit of pressure all the way around, then use your thumb to pull. And we cut that to fit. Same on the live conductor, line conductor. Just go around the outside gently, use your thumb to pull. And then we're going to adjust the cable to fit correctly. Now we need to adjust the yellow and green sleeving. Sometimes you may need a little bit of trimming. We secured the junction box, the cable is secure. We put a temporary connection on the neutral to hold the cables in position. Because this cable is secure, we can undo this screw now, take this out completely. We've already done it loosely to hold the cable. And now we can lay this cable in the correct position. And we can line the cable up. Once we get one of them in position, the copper goes in and doesn't come out the other side. The insulation is right the way up. We can now just put a screw in there to hold this in position. Because this is finished now on the neutral conductor, we can do that up reasonably tight and then just check at the end. Sometimes these are a bit fiddly, so you have to take a bit of time. If you're in a difficult location, it's even much harder. So we got that in position. Do the same for the others. It's important to check that you have not pinched the insulation of the cable, which you can see is not. So we're just going to make sure these are done up tight. And like always, once we've done the electrical connections, always do a little pull test to make sure they don't come out. If they come out, they're not done up tight. So we're just going to secure this cable. And it's important to check that the outer insulation is inside the junction box, which it is. The same clips, make sure the nail is the same side. So there is two cables connected into a junction box. For putting the cover on, because there's only two connections, you line up where it says 2 to 2. Then that's the correct way the box will go on nicely. They're hard to see sometimes, but you can see it says a 2 there and a 2 there. Once that is lined up, you can do the screw up.
Now you know how to install the junction box, it's your turn to have a go.